offensive end. He's been in foul trouble to the dynamic of it.
Toss in the tap, and it's controlled by the Bruins. What should we expect to see early from these guys?
Well, pressure defense is going to come in all forms and facets for UCLA. For Purdue, they want to be patient offensively, and there's an open jump shot.
Villanova first shot, no. Rebounded. Sky Clark inside. He puts it on the floor, and they dig it out. Arrow favoring the Boilers.
But listen, Matt Painter is upset because normally they play drop defense on that pick and roll. But that time, it was Trey Kaufman-Renn didn't respond. Bilodeau had a wide open shot, so keep our eye on that.
Purdue lost to Indiana 73-58 Sunday in Bloomington. Boilers blew a 12-point halftime lead and scored a season-low 58. 16 turnovers, 6 for the great Braden Smith. Now Kaufman-Renn. Backdoor inside. Ball batted around. Smith tried to bang it off a Bruin, and it goes out of bounds. Caleb First just couldn't hang on to.
Yeah, First probably got bumped just a little bit in the air by Eric Daly Jr., but the official didn't call it. But trying to figure out ways to get some easier baskets early for Purdue.
Dylan Andrews will bring the ball up the floor. He's a junior from Gardena, California. Point guard. Backdoor. They lift there. Ball deflected. Kaufman-Renn. Smith in traffic. Straight to the bucket. Left hand off the glass. Smith hell bent to change the fortunes of the Boilermakers tonight at Mackey. Bilodeau. Clark. Ball deflected. Picked up. Kaufman-Renn. Back-to-back turnovers. Here comes Smitty in transition. Pick and roll. Kaufman-Renn. Guarded by Clark. Spins on and trap. Turnovers have been a problem over the last few games.
Well, it's turnovers early that's fueling this offensive surge by Purdue. And Braden Smith identifying where the defense is at. Now I'm going to go to the other side and lay it up smoothly with the left hand right off the glass.
Here's Andrews creeping into the front court. Daly Jr., who had 20 the other night against Ohio State. Where's number 3? UCLA, great defensive team. First in the Big Ten and 23rd nationally in scoring defense. They only give up about 65 points a game. Andrews. And a trouble. Kobe Johnson. 4 turnovers already for UCLA. So Purdue speeding them up.
Speeding them up, and this offense is not settled in. Now, one thing Matt Painter talked about too defensively, on-ball defense. We have to be better at that. But then in our rotations, compact the lane a little bit more. We've seen it. That's why the deflections, these early turnovers have benefited Purdue.
Warrior. Kaufman-Renn. Here's Smith, curls down the lane, fadeaway 11-footer off the side. Ball squirts around on the deck, and the arrow favors the Bruins this time. On the tie-up. So a sub coming into the game, and this will be Miles Colvin, who had 11 points on Sunday against Indiana.
And Colvin could be an X factor. That was his first double-figure game since January 12th versus Nebraska.
Clark on a switch. Andrews runs a pick and roll. Daly Jr. double teamed up top, 8 to shoot. Baseline. And this one is pure for Stefanovic. Lazar Stefanovic, Serbian international, Utah transfer. He's a senior and can really stroke the basketball.
More patience that time by UCLA to get the open shot to move it to the second side.
Kaufman-Renn posting up now. Bumping, grinding, cross the lane, jump hook, pure. Kaufman-Renn with 9 on Sunday against Indiana. hesitation, gets to the cup, hangs in the air, and draws the foul.
UCLA being a little bit more patient. Daly able to identify the spot. Stefanovic gets to the right inside the three-point line, find the openings in the defense, and then when you move the basketball, lanes are going to open up, and UCLA able to have a positive possession now back at the strike for Eric Daly Jr.
Miles Colvin picking up his first. So Daly Jr. at the line from Palmetto, Florida, Oklahoma State transfer. Back in the game, Kobe Johnson for UCLA. Eric Daly against Ohio State, as I mentioned, 20 points on 8 of 15 shooting, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, 8 boards, 2 steals in 33 minutes. This is the second. First with the rebound. Smith draws Sky Clark. Purdue cannot afford to be casual with the basketball. That's what Coach Painter told us. That's the trouble.
Against this UCLA team, you're not going to get a really good look usually on that first thrust. That second, you have to move the ball 3, 4, 5 passes. That's when the tendency for the defense to break down a little bit more. But it's all about patience, guys.
Smith shows his bounce pass in traffic and foul. Kaufman rim decked. Looks like a non-shooting foul on Eric Daly.
You see the pass by Braden Smith, a little up fake with the ball, a la Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf back in the day, Chris Jackson, but then he was able to drop it out. Beautiful.
Kaufman ran, point blank range. Nice pass on the inbound. And he uses the left hand. 6-3. Andrews. Stefanovic and a moving screen call against Andrews. That's his first. Third team foul against the Bruins.
He's moving a little bit too fast, and Mick Cronin can't be at all pleased with the start, but yet still with all the miscues and mistakes, they're still only 6-3 right now, Purdue.
Smith. Lawyer looking, baseline first, power dribble, Jeff off left hand, off the heel, squirts out, long rebound, Andrews, diagonal pass, Stefanovic, rising fire. That one's strong. Smith the other way. First, rising fire. That one's short. They're getting up shots early, folks. Kobe Johnson the other way. Listen to this crowd. Andrews explodes on the baseline. Triple team and travel. Swarm.
Told you, but you still got to go do it.
I got ball. I'm gonna get you this time. I got that big brick mouth jump shot.
A little switch up on the defense here. A little pressure up front now. Back into a zone defense out the timeout by UCLA.
Baseline jump shot. And Colvin carries it. Great sign. Miles Colvin, the sophomore from Indy. And that's the first 3 of the game for either team.
I like it. Patience. Got to pick up top. Switch it to the other side. And the corner was open for Colvin to do his work.
Andrews. Purdue in a zone now. Andrews elevates and wraps it.
I like Andrews. I think that young man from the guard position, when he gets going downhill, knocking down that jump shot, guys, he could be a game changer for UCLA, especially on the offensive end.
Only had 2 points against Ohio State on Sunday. And almost a steal. Daly diving forward, tied up. And it will be Purdue basketball. And see, this is what happened, Jimmy. He showed me how to shoot that J. He said it's all in your fingertips.
You know how many people went to camp, got taught how to play, and still ain't been.
But they didn't learn from Rick Miles, from me.
I get it. Sometimes, you know, if you'd have got that a little bit earlier in your career, I say, yeah. I don't know if you're willing to put in the work, and the hours right now to perfect that jump shot.
Smith turns the corner hard, gets to the cup, and lays it in softly. Milk and ease. Easy.
Yes, but, you know, Matt is really good painter at drawing up plays, either underneath out of bounds or side out of bounds to get a high-quality shot. And that time, Braden Smith able to turn the corner. I know Mick Cronin can't be happy with giving up that layup.
Trent Perry, talented freshman in the game now for UCLA. Wears number 1. And he's fouled.
Now watch this, a little pick and roll, and Mara is supposed to be up. And when you're up, you don't want Braden Smith to get up underneath you. You want to force him towards where Mick Cronin is standing, towards the sideline. But once he got 5, he was able to get up underneath and finish that inside.
And Trent Perry, the freshman from West Covina, California, went to Harvard Westlake School. Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of California, Mr. Basketball, McDonald's All-American. Jimmy, he's got your kind of potential.
No, he does. And, you know, learning, you know, you had high expectations as a freshman. You talked about the accolades that he had to come in and make an impact. But I've seen him grow over the course of the year. Another added value on the offensive end for this UCLA team.
11-8. Full court pressure now being applied by the Bruins. Purdue's been shaky with the basketball turnover-wise in the last few. Smith, a 3. Got it. Submitting. Business tonight. He's got 7 points on 3 or 4 shooting to start. As he goes, this team goes. Listen to this crowd, folks. One of the greatest stages to watch a basketball game on planet Earth. Magical Mackey Arena. The lob inside tap by Trey Kaufman-Renn. They get it up. Lawyer falls. Tied up. And this one will go to UCLA.
Guys, let's go back to the Purdue basket. Look, this is a little pick and roll game here. Now watch it come back. The restream. Again, Mara's not up. You're not in drop coverage, okay? I know you don't want him to turn the corner and blow by you, but watch this. That gives Braden Smith the walk-in rhythm three-point shot.
Does drop coverage just mean, does that just mean sad inside?
Yes, for the big, a lot of times, but Mick Cronin doesn't play that. He doesn't play drop because he wants to force the ball handler not to be able to make that drop pass inside or get his shot off, especially Braden Smith at the elbow.
Perry bounce pass inside, and that one. A tough shot by Tyler Bilodeau. And he's the young man that they feel is kind of like the cornerstone of this team.
Yeah, he is. And that good adjustment that time of the year. And again, his game is versatile enough to be able to get some tough twos inside, but also stretch the defense beyond the three-point line.
Inside, Warrior has it knocked away. Turnover for Purdue. Andrews in transition. Andrews, 15-footer off the bounce. Rims off. Bilodeau keeps it alive. Has it stripped by Smith. Braden Smith running the fast break now as he slows it up in the front court. Hezzy trying to push off. Colvin, baseline jumper.
And that's a beautiful play. Colvin coming off the screen, knowing that Andrews was trailing, immediately went right back to the baseline. The old school 1-2 dribble pull-up, baseline cash money.
Here's Perry. To shoot, Daly, 16, pure. Correction, Sebastian Mack with the bucket there.
Yeah, bucket getter. Listen, he's averaging a couple points less than last year, but his impact is still felt coming off the bench. Instant energy, offense, aggression. You saw it right there with a nice little pull-up.
Camden Heide is checked in, wears number 23 for Purdue, as well as Riley Burgess. Warrior looking to get his shot off in a foul. And he's got another year. How about that?
Yeah, no. More to come, ladies and gentlemen.
Smith now with the basketball on a switch. Bilodeau guarding him. Drives on him. Tried to wrap it around. Throws it away.
Caught in the air that time, guys. One thing you can't do against UCLA is determine where you're going ahead of time. They rotate too good, especially on the baseline. Created that turnover.
Miles Colvin now picks up his second foul. He'll have to leave the game at the 10:38 mark of the first half. And replacing him, C.J. Cox. Clark the inbound. Bilodeau. Perry. Mack. In the corner. That one off. Cox with the rebound.
Good contest that time on Clark.
Cox to the top. And one. C.J. Cox.
Always head up is Braden Smith. And watch how he delivered the ball right.
Now that probably should have been the assist.
That should have been the assist right there. And then Cox, look at the concentration. He knows he's going to inflict some contact there and take some contact, but eyes stayed up on the rim, able to finish it through. And this is a kid that kind of looks like he can play a little running back. So the contact, he's not shy to initiate.
18-12. Mack penetrating. Bilodeau inside with the left hand, no. Tries to get his own rebound, taken away. Here comes Sha'Carri Harris. Around the corner. Reversal. Cox. High off the glass. Look at the ball move.
Gus, you said it. I mean, this is excellent offense. The ball moves from strong side to weak side, gets back to Cox, and now you catch UCLA rotating on the backside. And when that happens, you have to exploit that driving lane. And that's exactly what Cox was able to do to get himself back at the free throw line.
I mean, Cox went for a career-high 23 points on 9 of 11 shooting versus Nebraska in January. So he can put the biscuit in the basket. Purdue, 9 of 12 from the field, 21-12. Danger zone now for UCLA. Boilers with their largest lead of the game, trying to snap a 4-game losing streak, and they played some killers. Mack. Clark. Bilodeau. Guarded by Kaufman-Wren. 8 to shoot. Mack. Deep J. Boom.
Got it from his father.
Sebastian Mack.
Sam Mack actually is sitting behind his father, Sam Mack, longtime NBA player, sitting behind the UCLA bench.
Baseline. Kaufman-Wren puts it on the deck and makes it down.
Beautiful play. That time, empty corner set allows Trey Kaufman-Wren to catch it. And now use that big body to go one-on-one.
He's got 6 points. 3 for 3 from the field. 23-15. Sky Clark thinking about it. Lobs it in. Bilodeau, nice catch in traffic. Turns. Can't get the ball. Squirts up. Trent Perry with it. Bilodeau again, point blank range. This time he doesn't disappoint. He's got 4. C.J. Cox. Cox again. 18-footer. Rebounded by Kobe Johnson. Defense is outstanding for UCLA all season long. One of the best in the Big Ten. Sebastian Mack out of his hands. Save. Braden Smith with numbers. Leaves his feet. Baseline. Harris. Smith. Quick release. Good. Smith. Fear the beer. He's got 10. (26-17). Bilodeau, double teamed and fouled on the floor.
Taken throughout Sidney. A beautiful play out of bounds.
And that one deposited by Aaron Daly Jr.
See, those special team plays, so to speak, special situation plays, you saw Matt Painter able to get one on the sideline, and that time UCLA mixed on to get one underneath out of bounds. Add so much value to your offensive attack.
Here's Kaufman-Wren. Backs his way down, draws a double team. Somebody's open. They'll feed him again. Guarded by Bilodeau. 6 to shoot. Inside. Pushed it and fouled. Bilodeau got him in the waist.
Watch this play right here. This is the important man right here. Once he jumps out, that's going to open the pass right inside. See right there, the switch he's trying to get there. First can't get back. So you got to be careful and be conscious that that ball has to go to the corner or it has to go back towards half court. If not, you're going to be vulnerable just like we saw and give up a layup.
So Trey Kaufman-Renn at the line. He's a philosophy major, coach. I asked him before the game, I said, so how's class going? He said, well, I got to take all the non-philosophy classes now. And I said, how's that? He said, I'm bored. He said, I'm bored. But I'm still doing well in school. Second free throw, no. And the offensive rebound goes to C.J. Cox. Loose shot clock for the Boilers. Cox takes a three. Can't get the roll. Bilodeau with the rebound. Boilers had hit 8 of their last 9 shots prior to that miss. Andrews back in the game. Stefanovic, he can really shoot it if he gets some space. Inside, Bilodeau. And he's fouled first, collapsing. And they'll pick up the foul, his first 15 foul against Purdue.
Yeah, Tyler Bilodeau doing a good job footwork-wise to create some space where that pass can be made. Caleb Hurst just a little late on the rotation picking up that foul, but you kind of see UCLA's game plan when the front is there, clear out the sides and try to get it over the top to Bilodeau.
Braden Smith back in, he'll replace Jakari Harris. Andrews lobs it in. Daly Jr. turns. Andrews sends his puppies. Strong. Loose. Rebound is Stefanovic. Bilodeau double team. Stefanovic. Extra pass. Daly. Strong.
Bilodeau may have got away with an offensive foul.
First. Inside. Kaufman-Renn used the arm and shield and runs it in.
Have a lot of time, a lot of ways to make up for some losses and get a lot of quad 1 W's.
UCLA trying to figure out this Purdue defense. Bilodeau turns short. Good defense by Kaufman-Renn.
Got it to where he was at, but that's about the second or third time that Bilodeau has left it at the front of the rim when he's had some outstanding position inside.
Inside Kaufman-Renn again. Jump hook off the window. No.
Good rotation that time by Eric David Jr. to get in front of Trey Kaufman-Renn.
Mack. Stefanovic. 8 to shoot. Mack. Baseline. Stefanovic got a look. In and out. Daly. Offensive rebound. Pump fake. Left hand. Strong. No. Bilodeau. No. And finally, Stefanovic comes out with it again. And Mack knocks down a triple to make it a 29-22 game. Look at the hustle on the boards for the Bruins.
Yeah, and that's part of the challenge with Purdue. They've given up a lot of interior offensive rebounds. That time it cost them because the defense was scrambling. Gave up that 3 to Mack.
They wrap it around deep in the corner. And Cox can't get it to fall, but foul underneath. And that goes against first, his second 16 foul against the Boilers. Andrews backpedals his way into the front court. Yo-yo's hard. Keeps it alive. Baseline. Daly. And this time, Stefanovic knocks down the jump shot, and UCLA is right back in this game.
And the little penetration by Daly collapsed defense just enough to get Stefanovic that open 3-point shot.
Purdue is led by as many as 10. 6-0 run for UCLA. 9 to shoot. Smith on a switch with Bilodeau. Tries to shake him. Step back. High arc or no. Tough rebound inside. Goes to Mack. UCLA, they think that over time they can mow down this Purdue team. Make them take tough twos. Bilodeau, baseline, 16-foot jump shot, count it.
Beautiful. Identify where the soft spots are in the defense, and that pick and roll with the empty corner allows now Bilodeau to create the space, and all you have to do if you're Andrews, guys, is deliver that pass.
That 10-point lead now down to 2. First, can't get his shot off. That time it up. He wanted to foul, didn't get it. But the off-balance jumper goes in, his first bucket of the night.
Okay. That's how Fletcher Loyer able to be patient, come off that screen.
Excuse me, Loyer.
Yeah, and you know, because when he gets it going, all he needs is one shot to get that confidence.
Daly inside, rebound and a foul. Dominating the offensive boards, 9-1. Second chance point, 7-0 UCLA. Right now, Aaron Daly Jr., Oklahoma State transfer. First year at UCLA. Had 16 starts at Oklahoma State last year. Second free throw goes down. 32-29. Coach Cronin should be pleased with the way his team is competing. And they've come back. Remember, they trailed by as many as 10 here in this first half.
Purdue, during this losing streak, has unfortunately showed wares of not being able to hold on to leads.
Led by 12 against Indiana the other night. Explodes to the basket and draws the foul.
You see a lot of coaches do this like an NBA play. So now you're going to isolate Kaufman Wren and right at the top of the key. Now he can pick and choose which side he wants to go to. Because you have shooters around you, the spacing is there. Now Mara has the size, but if Kaufman can get underneath him, now he can get by the finish just like we saw in that play.
Trey Kaufman-Wren playing some of his best ball right now as the IU game snapped a streak of 6 straight games with 22 or more points. He had 9 against IU. He's got a game-high 12 right now.
The value of having him stay out of foul trouble, guys, just promotes what you want to do offensively.
Bilodeau. Andrews inside. Daly outside. Mack tried to get it back to him, goes out of bounds and will stay here with 3.7 to shoot. Matt Painter, what a coach. 20 years at Purdue. He's won 466 games. He's only 54 years old. Baseline jumper. And pure again. Dylan Andrews. UCLA.
Guess what? He was the inbound. Who's the most dangerous person?
The inbound.
The inbound. And that time he came off the screen once he entered it.
Smith, 15-footer off the back rim. Snatched down by Sebastian Mack. UCLA. Mack puts some pressure on the defense. Drives to the basket and lays it down. Mid-range jump shot. 35-33. He has 10. 108 to play. UCLA, after being down by 10, they come roaring back. Kaufman-Wren, he's been effective. He's got 12. Facing Bilodeau. Now backs him down. Here comes the crowd. Inside, forced it up. Count.
And just right there, you can't be mad because Bilodeau played great defense. That's just better offense and better patience by Kaufman-Wren to use his footwork and soft touch inside to finish that little jump hook run.
Andrews. Bilodeau draws a double, almost lost it. 10 to shoot. Andrews, top of the arc. Mack stops, bounce. Daly, 3 to shoot. Baseline, turn, kill. Woo! Bruins. What a set. 37-35. Shot clock turned off. Game clock at 10. Smitty. He'll look to get it back. 6 to shoot. Kaufman-Renn looking for Smitty. Takes a deep three. Short. And that's the end of the first half. And what a half. Purdue with the basketball. Smith, Lawyer, first. Kaufman-Renn. And C.J. Cox. Kaufman-Renn. Lawyer looking inside. Kaufman-Renn draws a double team. Skip pass. Cox. Kicks. Smith. Pure. Smitty. Picks up on where he left off in the first half. Great ball movement by Purdue.
But excellent patience. Kaufman-Renn able to pull the defense, make the play. Braden Smith able to make him pay defensively.
Smith with 13 points on 3 of 4 shooting from the three-point line.
Watch the rotating defense as it comes out. It's going to be an overplay right here. And once you do that, it opens it up for the weak side. When you're double teaming Gus, even when the ball dribbles out a little bit away from the box, you want that pass to come out on the same side. What that does, it keeps you out of rotation. That time, UCLA not able to do that, gave up that 3 to Smith.
Remember, Purdue, they've lost 4 in a row. Indiana, Michigan State, Michigan, Wisconsin. UCLA, they've won 9 of their last 11. Lawyer, the kick. Cox, extra double. In and out. Pops out. Bilodeau, nice move to keep it alive.
Bailey wants this mismatch against Braden Smith, but the double team from Lawyer's behind the back.
Kobe Johnson, Bilodeau. Keeps it. Elevates. Got it.
Patience.
Nicely done.
Saw that, guys. The double team came, but then it left. Double team came again, and then it left. And by him kind of maintaining his pivot foot and his dribble, he was then able to get to that sweet spot right in the middle of the lane for the soft touch.
He's got 8 and 6 rebounds. 40-37. Lawyer leads in. Short. Snatched down. Eric Daly Jr. Outlet. Kobe Johnson. Inside. Kobe Johnson. I like his last name for some reason. He's got a good last name.
He had a great first one, too.
That's right. Even better. 40-39. Like watching this Bruins team, folks. They compete on the road. Kaufman-Renn purling off the back rim. No. First couldn't snatch it. UCLA on this trip with a chance to take the lead. After trailing by as many as 10, it will be their first lead. Andrews, nice deal. And bucket. Bilodeau. And the Bruins have their first lead of the game.
Well, watch the patience of Bilodeau here. Maintains the pivot foot. There's a double team to switch, but yet still the defender is too short. Bilodeau makes him play. Again in transition. You catch the defense for Purdue out of position. From that point, Andrews has to make the play to Bilodeau, who happened to have the advantage down low.
So Tyler Bilodeau, Kennewick, Washington native, Oregon State transfer. Had a 26-point game against North Carolina in December on 9 of 14 shooting, and he now gives UCLA a 2-point lead after trailing by as many as 10. 42-40. Purdue's lost 4 in a row. Trying to find themselves. Smith, smallest man on the court. Switch. Bilodeau guarding straight away. Off the back rim. Kaufman-Renn. Rebound and step back. Quick jumper. Trey Kaufman-Renn.
Kaufman-Renn able to out-battle, out-maneuver, and out-strengthen Kobe Johnson inside. Got away with a little push, but not enough to be called for a foul.
16 points for Trey on 7 of 9 shooting. Make it 17. 43-42. Back and forth they go now here in the second half. 2-point game at halftime. Kobe Johnson. Sebastian Mack. Bilodeau calling for it. Big fella, he's got Braden Smith on his back. turnaround Jay.
Yeah, you know what was smart about that play? One, the patience to get it to him, but Bilodeau, knowing that Braden Smith was smaller, he didn't put the ball on the deck. He just turned the shot right over the top.
13 points on 6 of 11 shooting. 44-43 and a foul inside. Kaufman-Renn continuing to attack.
Watch Bilodeau. Braden Smith does a good job of getting in front, taking away the pass, but then as the ball goes back, Bilodeau seals, identifies, shoots right over the top.
How does the smallest man on the floor end up guarding the biggest?
Because it was a switch early in the possession, and that got Bilodeau guarded by Braden Smith. And
they're not supposed to switch back?
Well, it was too late. And the double team didn't come that time.
Kaufman-Renn, first free throw good. 44 up.
I tell you what, one of the areas too with Purdue in this losing streak that they kind of taken a step back was in the free throw attempts at their opponents. Opponents were shooting about 23 free throw attempts compared to their 13 in those losses. A little bit more even in this game thus far for Purdue.
Well, they're taking on a well-coached, disciplined 21 team right now. Purdue's got 19 wins. Kobe Johnson, top of the key. Smith the other way. High stepping into the front court. Pull-up jumper, Kobe. Loose ball. Kobe Johnson, outlet. Daly, front court. Wham! With the right hand. Eric Daly gives UCLA a 1-point lead. Clark guarding Smith. Hand up, Smith three. Smith rebound. Lawyer. And hits. Roger Lawyer got a great look. 48-46. What a game, folks. This is the Big Ten, the new Big Ten. UCLA at Mackey as they rise to their feet. Daly backs him down. They reverse it. Mack spinning.
Doesn't matter. Wisconsin, Villanova, they teach that religiously. 2 feet, play off 2 feet. A lot of that John Wood.
Talk about it. Jalen Brunson with the New York Knicks still using that jump shot. Jump stop. Kaufman-Renn. Lawyer trying to push off. They swing it. Smitting. And a whistling foul, getting real physical. William Kyle has come in to guard Trey Kaufman-Renn. Kyle 6'9", 230. Kaufman-Renn has been playing some great basketball tonight. So Kyle will pick up his first. And that's William Kyle III.
I tell you what, UCLA doing a really good job of blowing up the screens by getting over the top and fighting through.
Kaufman-Renn trying to push off, drop step, baseline.
Smart play. I mean, that time it was Eric Daly Jr. playing on that left shoulder. The baseline was wide open. All Trey Kaufman-Renn had to do was bump, turn, and he's wide open.
50-46. Kobe Johnson passed up a 15-foot jump shot. 7 to shoot. Johnson again, 2 to shoot. Got to hurry, rises. Got it. Kobe. He's got 5 points, 50-49.
He was calm on that one. I mean, the shot clock dwindling down.
He's too close the first time.
Yeah, didn't panic. Let that thing fly. Was able to knock in the big-time 3-4. UCLA cut this lead to 1.
Love this UCLA team, how they compete, especially on defense. Kaufman-Renn. That's his spot. Usually likes to back down from there. Cross court. Lawyer pulls up. Blocked from behind by Kobe Johnson, out of bounds with 2.8 to go.
Hey, Gus, when you're an offensive player, you got to understand how the D is playing. And now you set them up. to get what you want. You can't predetermine your move because sometimes the defense will dictate something different. By having that baseline open, by giving himself some space, he set the D up to be able to spin back to the baseline.
Smith, the inbounder. Bump and ring, quick turn, jump, hook. Man, this kid is playing well. 23 points on 9 of 11 shooting. They are feeding the big man tonight.
26.
Here in West Lafayette.
Gus, how about this? 26 of their 52 points have, even at Ohio State math work, it's in the paint right now for Purdue.
Kobe Johnson crosses over. Bounce pass inside and a two-hand flush for William Kyle III. He was scoreless against Ohio State on Sunday, and he played 8 minutes. His first bucket tonight.
There's a lot of bounce in that young man's body right there. You saw the bird. As soon as he caught it, he was like jumping off a little springboard.
52-51. Smith wants it back, gets it back, deals it down first. Nice catch, kicks, Lawyer drives, and throws it away. Well defended by UCLA, diagonal pass, Clark to the bucket, right hand, no. Too strong and a foul. Woo, they getting up and down tonight, folks.
I didn't think that pass was getting through to Clark. And then you got Kyle coming over the back. Watch this pass. He got right through. Smith was that, but good contest. Good defense transitionally by Purdue to get back and contest it. And Kyle right there with a lot of contact to watch the ball. Kind of bumps his head at the end a little bit. He's able to walk off the court.
Coach Cronin gives him a little lecture. Kyle got called for the foul. His second. Smith. Jakari Harris is checked in. He wears number 24. With it right now. Turns the corner. Hands in the air. Short. Loose ball. Batted out of bounds. And it's UCLA basket. Last week, rather. Knipper is from Milwaukee. And it was like he's a hockey player as well.
Intrinsic toughness. Not afraid of contact.
Watching that Ohio State-Michigan hockey game last night. Congratulations. Guys beat the Wolverines.
Really?
That doesn't happen very often. Baseline, Philadelphia. That happens often for UCLA.
Good defense by Drake Hoffman-Rim, but better offense. Bilodeau patient. Able to finish it up over the top.
He has 15 on 7 of 12 shooting and 6 rebounds. And a whistle away from the ball. Offensive foul called on Drake Hoffman-Rim.
We go back to the toughness of Tyler Bilodeau. Watch the post up, opens up, doesn't give Drake Hoffman-Rim a chance to settle in. Defensively shoots right over the top. I would go right back to him. See if he can create another good offensive opportunity.
This time, it's Daly Jr. Clark caught up on the baseline. Bilodeau, that's a sweet spot. And the rebound to Purdue. Camden hiding. Smith in and out. Steps back, changes direction, shows it. Oh, Chris Jackson, short. Tried to get his own rebound and a foul.
So, I'm telling you, all day long. And because he's such a threat right there, coming off the dribble and coming back, you know the scouting report don't go for it.
Right.
But then you go for it. You go for it. Because he sells it, not just with his shoulders, but with his arms extended in the air, so you think the shot is going up, and it's not.
Mahmoud
Abdul-Rahman.
Smith, a three. Got it. Smitty again, carrying these guys along with Drake Hoffman-Rim. He's got 16. He's hit 4 threes on 7 attempts. 55-53. And here come the fans. Andrews. Perry across the leg. The kick. Stefanovic. Harris the other way. Tried to lob it in out of bounds.
Yeah.
Camden Heide, the intended receiver.
Well, watch the inbound of that spring step coming off, and now he has a mismatch. I'm not even going to play with you, bro. Jab step, cash money.
Andrews, quick step, pulls up, got it. This kid's got a lot of bounce, Jimmy.
Yeah, he does, but he has a keen sense of how to get to a spot, too.
55 off. Now Smith on a switch. Perry guarding this time. The freshman drives on him. Leans on him. Can't break it down. Taken away, Kaufman-Renn.
Shot clock, maybe.
19 on it right now.
That time, Tyler Pillow falling out of bounds, didn't want to throw it in, but didn't want to use a timeout either. Threw it right back to Trey Kaufman-Renn.
Ryan Dorsey, Larry Scarrato, Kelly Pfeiffer, your officials.
My flight, Larry Scarrato and I were flying in. He did the Ohio State USC game. So we got a chance to talk a little bit on the plane about official stuff and his schedule, the challenges you have as official. It was really interesting kind of getting and watching him study film. So he's watching the USC Ohio State game back. Trying to see what calls were missed, what could have happened even better.
Did you sit next to him on the plane?
Yeah.
Look at the shot clock, folks. Left corner.
It's at 10 now. The possession here is the key. So the possession is there. If they give that, then the shot clock has to be reset to 30, which they did right here. Now you only have 27 seconds left. A good catch that time by the official. If not, it was at 19.
Smith now with 27 on the shot clock. Kaufman-Renn. Jakari Harris. Glenn Robinson's son, the big guy. 7 to shoot. Smith. Guarded by Perry. Oh, we got it. The kick. Harris pump fake. Lets it go.
But Brayton had the little runner in the lane, so that's a product of what today's game is, Gus. He had the layup, but he kicked it out for a rush 3.
Analytics. Andrews. Lobs it inside. Nice play. And a foul coming up. And that will send William Kyle III to the line. Jakari Harris called for the foul. And that is his first third-team foul against Purdue.
We saw Dylan Andrews that time navigate his way down the lane. He attracted the defense, and when you do that, William Kyle III can get behind, just throw it up to the rim. He can go get it. Not a lot of guys that can jump or out-jump him.
So William Kyle III, first year at UCLA, after 2 at South Dakota State, where he started 49 games. He was the Summit League Defensive Player of the Year in 2024, averaging 13, 7 rebounds, and 1.6 blocks per game. He's 6'9".
Added value for UCLA, especially when their interior defense, but also being able to be a lob threat.
Second free throw off the mark. Now Smith takes his time. 8:16 to play in regulation. Smith. Kaufman-Renn facing. Comes a double. Goes across the lane. Tough shot. really heckling him. He gets his own rebound and draws a foul.
Crowd continued to be as hyped and excited as they were in the beginning of the game, middle of the game, and at the end. That's what makes this place so special.
Kaufman-Renn at the line for the night. As usual, 23 points. The philosopher. This both free throws. Mack with a rebound. UCLA holds on to that 1-point lead. 7:50 to play in regulation. Andrews, he's been wonderful. Stefan in and out. Heidi with the board. Smith tried to deal it on the pocket pass, kicked out of bounds. It's like Mack got a foot on it.
And that's why, too, you don't drop coverage, because that little pass is going to be there on the drop coverage by Bilodeau. But by him being up, that shortens, squeezes the lane and can take away that pocket pass.
Kaufman-Renn. And reaching foul coming up. Looks like Kobe Johnson. He's third. Let's take a look at UCLA's tournament resume.
Coach Mick Cronin's clapping about the resume. That's what he's doing. Right? You see the big-time wins. Minnesota's a tough one, you know, but they've proven it. I had the game against Gonzaga, and that time it was a big-time healing point for this UCLA team. Keep in mind, they started January in Big Ten play in January, 0-4.
Mick Cronin, excuse me. A lot of rumors circulating.
Oh, yeah?
Mike Woodson saying that he's going to resign at the end of the year at Indiana. Cronin's name has been mentioned. (57-56). Kaufman-Renn with 25. Sebastian Mack. Kobe Johnson. Stefanovic. Can't get it to go. Nice rebound by Heidi.
Yeah, but excellent defense that time by Purdue. There were slivers of a gap and openings, but Purdue closed them down in a hurry.
Kaufman-Renn. Burst on the baseline. Got an opening. 59-55. He's got 27. Huge game for Purdue, folks. They've lost 4 straight. They played in the national championship last year. They're trying to get off the schneid and get right at home. UCLA will not make it easy. And a foul underneath. Bilodeau. C.J. Cox called for the foul, his second.
Well, that time, too, the switch with Cox and Bilodeau was early. I thought he should have got the ball up top, free throw line extended, let him go to work. But he did work patiently to get underneath to pick up that foul.
Inside, Kobe Johnson had position on C.J. Cox. Good pass by Dylan Andrews.
But that's the second time the ball by Purdue has been allowed to come into the painted area on an underneath out of bounds play. Now that time it didn't result into a basket, but it did result into another foul.
3 fouls on Cox. 6:29 to play. 59-56. Andrews, listen to this crowd, deafening, pulls up deep, way short. Here comes Smith, this crowd ready to explode. Purdue patient in this set. Smitty, ball reversal. 8 to shoot. Ray Smith puts it on the floor, drives, kicks. Heidi, 2 to shoot, lets it go. A brick, Smith there for the steal.
And Johnson has to go get that. You can't assume it's just coming to you. That time, Brady Smith wanted it a little bit more and able to secure another possession by Purdue.
I don't know if you call that a steal or a rebound.
I think it's a rebound because it wasn't collected up off the shot. And that was excellent defense by UCLA. And that's what coaches talk about all the time. Finish the defensive possession with a rebound. Watch this. You got to go after that. You got to go get it.
More like a rebound for Brady Smith. Gaudy numbers tonight. 16 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds. 15 on the shot clock. Lawyer to Smith, guarded by Sky Clark. Kaufman-Renz got 25 tonight. Villanova. Here's the double, triple team off the glass. Team. Kick. Out. And a place.
8 cigar, baby, is right there. Resorts World.
Inside. That ball knocked out of bounds as Eric Daly almost had his pocket picked.
But that's knowing the scouting report. Brady Smith already knew what play was going to be ran. As soon as the ball was released to get inside to Daly Jr., Brady Smith was already on the horse getting across the lane and disrupted that total play.
Stefanovic, the inbound. Watch him. He can really shoot it. And Brady Smith with another steal. Racing into the front court. And he'll peel it back. Cross court. Lawyer. 61-56. Purdue trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. UCLA giving them the business. They swing it. Lawyer. 8 to shoot. Hiding 3. Inside, and a blocking foul coming up against Lawyer.
Well, it starts with the defense like we saw at the beginning of the game for Purdue right here. Gets up underneath Eric Daly Jr., kicks it out, and Heidi open. 3 with the high arc all day. The crowd just erupted after that shot, but it began on the defensive end, and that's why this run has been in place. Multiple defensive stops by the Boilermakers.
Villanova. Seven to shoot. Stefanovic rises. A brick. Hiding right there. Smith will take his time as we approach the 4-minute mark. Eight to shoot. Smith drives. Gets there. Kicks. Lawyer rising fire. Largest lead of the game for the Boilers. They're playing their hearts out.
So the paint was going to be manned up. So that limited Trey Kaufman-Renz and his effectiveness last year, but now you see the fruits of his labor right now being on display.
Inside. Turnaround jump shot and the 7-footer. Gets his first bucket of the night. They're really high on this. They think that he has a chance to be great. That ends a 12-0 run. He's from Spain and a sophomore.
Well, but listen, highly skilled player. Not going to post you up to death, but once his base gets stronger, not being moved off, he has all the skill set to be an outstanding offensive threat.
8 to shoot. Brady Smith leads at Kaufman-Renz. He's got 29. Rims off. Ball batted around. Heidi with a rebound. Smith takes a picture. Get it. Smith. Fear the man. It's got 19. 5 threes. 70 to 58. 2:35 to go. Inside Mara again. And counting. Wow. Where was he this game?
Well, let's go back to shooting practice. Offensive rebound, square it up, set the puppies, finish with that high arch. Then on the back end, we talked about Mar and his ability to be a really impactful offensive player. Over 7 foot, he initiated the contact, swung it up underneath, and finished with some strength.
6 double-figure scoring games this year for the young man, and nearly second career double-double. Had a monster stretch in late January, a career-high 22 against Wisconsin. 70-60, 10-point game. Time not on UCLA's side now. They trail by as many as 10 in the first half. Now down 70-60. They trail by as many as 12 in this half. Smith, he's been the straw. Pulls up. Braden Smith. Hey, Chris Paul, you better bring him to the point guard camp this year. He might win the Cousy Award as a nation's top point guard. Didn't get an invite last year.
Using the pick, the extra dribble to create more space, better rhythm. The beauty about what he's done in this second half, yes, he's knocked down shots, but he's orchestrated this offense to perfection. And guess what? 0 turnovers in the second half.
6 turnovers against Indiana. 12 turnovers in the 2 games coming into this one. One thing about Braden Smith, just having a chance to be around him. It's just such a cool dude.
Yeah, competitive as all get out, too. You know it was eating him up this last, especially the 4 games, but the last 2 are turning the ball over.
Eating him alive.
Eat him alive. He couldn't, you know what? I remember this. You play bad for a couple of games. This game couldn't get here soon enough.
Right.
It's hard to kind of go through your pregame rituals and kind of relax because you're so anxious to correct the wrongs that have happened in the previous game. But then you have to calm yourself. And when you do that,
Smith trying to split, picked it up. And foul.
I love it, man. This is a tough-minded UCLA defense that comes at you in waves with different guards that can defend.
Watching practice today, Matt Painter, as usual, didn't say much. That's his coach's coach. But he did come out and had some serious instruction for his team, especially knowing that UCLA was going to press.
Well, also, it's a matter of, I said this in our open, it was the coaching staff's feeling that it was them themselves that hurt and cost them those 4 games. Albeit these were outstanding teams in the one Indiana rivalry. But it was the little things they weren't doing on the ball defense, protecting the paint, being lackadaisical with the ball. Those are things that you can control as a team, and they've done that in particular in the second half extremely well.
75-62, 1:44 to go in regulation. Mata. Kobe Johnson. Perry, cut off. Andrew, contested, short. And a rebound going to Heidi. He's done a great job tonight off the bench. Cam Heidi. And they rise to their feet. 14,876. Braden Smith, 8 to shoot. Takes a 3.
You thought that was it, didn't you? Your chair went all the way back here to the fans.
I don't know why they gave us a rolling chair. I don't know why. I've been in the guys' laps the whole night.
Oh, man.
This game, though, looks like Purdue will win, but it felt, Jimmy, a lot closer than it actually will turn out to be.
It was, but then about after the midway point of this second half, Purdue began to really show its wares. They were comfortable with the pressure defense and attacked it accordingly. And as a result, way more efficient, less turnovers, 5 turnovers in the first half, only 3 in the second. But it starts with your backcourt, guys. If your backcourt is not rushed up and they play with pace, poise, then the offense then mimics that.
See, the thing is, when Rick Mount is in attendance, you're going to get the Boilers' best game. He arguably is one of the greatest shooters
Of all time.
In the sport of basketball.
And you know the beautiful thing about it? He'll let you know it too. don't you forget about that, partner. I still give you some numbers right now. He shook my hand. He got big construction hands. I'm like, but he'll let you know. I did that without the three-point line too, partner. I'm putting up.
And we're gonna have to tell the Purdue people next time he comes to the game, get him a shirt, get him a jacket, get him a sweater. There's his number 10. Hanging from the rafters. John Beeline told me, the former coach at Michigan and at West Virginia and with the Cleveland Cavaliers, that growing up, he had a picture of Rick Mount's jump shot on the ceiling in his bedroom. So every time he laid on his bed, he was looking at that photo.
Guess what? Rick Mount was the first high school player, from what I'm told, on Sports Illustrated.
That's right. That jump shot was so pure. He should be on the state flag here in Indiana.
Were you talking about basketball? He should. The logo,
should be on the state flag.
The logo for, I think, Indiana Athletics Association when it comes to basketball should be a silhouette of Rick Mount.
Stefanovic. Say the show man, Czar Stefanovic, Serbian international, is going to make a very good living playing in Europe when his career at UCLA is done. He's a senior. Kobe Johnson back on the court. 49.8 to go. They want to get it to Smith. Instead, Jakari Harris. Couple teams in the backcourt. They get it over the line. Cross court, Smith will back it up and take his time. What a game for this leader of the Boilers as Sky Clark runs into him. Ray Smith.
Judgment. You can win, but when you win big, it's with the playing in guards. And understanding how to control the game. It's not always scoring, but when you score, it's the added bonus. And Braden Smith is as brash and confident as any guard in the country. And when you have that combination based with a high IQ, you can win a lot of games, man.
Points, 8 assists. Braden Smith. He's hit 6 threes in this game. A career high 6 3-point field goals made. And he came at the right time. Remember, Purdue came into this game losers of 4 in a row. Indiana, Michigan State, Michigan, Wisconsin. Andrews the other way with 25 seconds remaining in this one. Stefanovic wins off, squirts out. Sky Clark a three. Off the heel. Trent Perry rebound. 12 seconds. Smith with a steal. And he'll pull it back and dribble out the clock. Purdue shakes off the Hanks. They get off the schneid. That 4-game losing streak is history.